And along with Reverend Krista Taves, our lead minister, welcome to Eliot Chapel. Beloved community. This morning, Sue Meyer, who's right here, give a little shout, is available for pastoral care if something is weighing on your heart, and she will be in Fellowship Hall after the service. If you are a little of the service in Fellowship Hall with lots of room to run, there are also snacks after the service in Adams Hall, and you are welcome to take your younger children to the playground, although it's pretty warm out there. To our guests, thank you for being here. Lynn Murphy is here, and she's right, is there to answer any questions about our congregation, QR code, the screen, and on your order of service. Coffee hour, and take a blue cup. And if you are a member or friend, look for the blue cups and be sure to welcome with "You are welcome here" at the end of each statement. If you are Black, brown, white, indigenous, APIA, whatever your origins, you are welcome here. If you are an immigrant, a refugee, or a person without documentation, if you believe in God all of the time, you are welcome here. If you have a disability, visible or invisible, or are neurodiverse, you are welcome here. If you have or just came today, you are welcome here. If you want for nothing or struggle each day to make it through, you are welcome here. No matter who, you are welcome of diversity, of love, and of justice, and it is enter into the spirit of worship. The flaming chalice is the symbol of Unitarian Universalism, entering into sacred space. This chalice lighting is by Lisa Garcia Sampson, is titled "The Great Turning." In these wild, historic, and uncertain times, we gather to remember who we are, who we belong to, and what we are called to do. As we light this chalice, we kindle the movement for justice alive in this nation today. May we feel it in our bones, and in the stillness of them. Number 317, we are not our own.
We are not our own, earth forms us,
We are a people of the covenant to each other for how we wish to be in this earth, how do we wish to be in this community, and with the people far beyond this with all that is. So I would invite you, as you are willing, we promise to one another our mutual trust we have to be, to listen fully to each other with an open mind and heart, to speak responsibly and respectfully, and to find ways to improve our
And this month, we are sharing our plate with the St. Louis Area Diaper Bank to tell us a little bit about the St. Louis Area Diaper Bank. Thank you so much.
Right out. I'm currently serving as the interim executive director. So while I'm here for kind of a short time, I've actually been on the board for the past year with 74 different organizations to provide those products to families. Some are school, other faith-based organizations, other nonprofits. Of it, we distributed 3.3 million diapers last year and just shy of 1 million period supplies. We know that the need is great. I didn't know before coming to this work that there is no $1,000 a year to diaper a baby. So we are grateful and very reliant on the support of community volunteer opportunities if you don't mind being in a hot warehouse packing products. So we welcome you to do that as well. I left a couple of flyers outside, and I know Barbara and Terry.
You can donate through the plate or through the QR code on the screen and order of service. We practice generosity knowing that our gifts create ripples of love and care in our community. Let us be a generous people. Please join me in printed in your order of service and on the screen, to the work of the church, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action. We dedicate our lives and these our offerings. Thank you so much.
Yeah, when you came this morning, you were coming to a congregational meeting. And how exciting those are and adventurous it is. And if you're here for the first time, this is the perfect time to come to a Sunday service when we are having a congregation, because they are high anxiety. The issues are tremendously important. Universalists, we have a lot to say about them. So sometimes our meetings go over time, but I'm hoping that won't happen today. We have come here to discuss a very, very important issue. You may be very curious about this issue because we're talking about democracy and unicorns. Yeah. Unicorns and democracy. Hear it for the unicorns. Right? So without further ado, I'm going to call our illustrious chair. Henry Bafflebottom is the chair of our board. Henry's going to take it from here. And I would encourage you to have feelings about anything that someone says in the course of this meeting to express them. Clapping, laughing, because you know we all need to hear your voice. It's really important. With all ado, let us start Should unicorns be required to obey stop signs? Oh. You have your bathroom? You have your gavel?
With the sacred hat of Saint Puba and the stole of Fabu, I call this meeting to order. Today we have a most important decision to make. Should unicorn invite the one who asked for this meeting to share why this is important?
Business. As we all know, unicorns have become a more yards, skateboard rinks, post offices, even at the... Until now, they have never used the roads. But last week, as I was driving down my street, Hollywood Lane, I saw a unicorn in front of me, on the road, stopped at the stop sign. I was so blinded by its beauty that I ran right into its bum. Stop when they mesmerize us.
That was very energetically shared. We have a motion before us. Do we have a second? As clear as mud. Would everyone who wants to speak please stand up and come speak? Take the mic, face the congregation, and
lawns where they belong, but now they're on the roads. If they stop at the stop signs, there'll be more and more and more of them. They need them to keep moving on equilibrium that we've had for years and years with humans because they are cute.
My name is We Are All Connected, and I beg to differ. You're just using fancy words to hide that you think that we're superior to unicorns. I think we should stop another species from obeying the signs we put up because we can't control our own impulses. I say we vote no to disallowing unicorns from stopping at stop signs and that we offer mandatory sensitivity training for humans. They're just living their lives.
My name is, I get all my information from the internet. I am against making unicorns stop at stop signs. Unicorns don't need stop signs, so we can keep driving like we always have.
Order. My name is, I get my information from peer-reviewed mythology journals. There's misinformation being shared here, and misinformation is the enemy of democracy. Unicorns don't have wings. Pegasus is the horse with wings. Unicorns are horses and no horn.
Point of order, Robert's rules. A point of order is not to be used to correct misinformation, but rather for when we are not following the rules of discussion.
point of order, to the point of order is recognized. Point of orders are only for errors in process, but I get my information from peer-reviewed mythology journals. Thank you for correcting the misinformation. We can't make good decisions without good information. I recognize the next
vote because we all know unicorns don't exist. Inconceivable. They are a figment of our imagination. Problem. Well, my name is... I have a unicorn that lives in my closet. And she's always there on a dark and stormy night with her corn.
And my name is Don't Gaslight Me. And I vehemently object to the member who said unicorns don't exist.
And my name is Don't Tread on Me. The idea that we should have to take unicorn sensitivity training is absurd. I got to believe what I about unicorns. No one can force me to believe anything else. Yeah, go Cards.
Order. Let us take a moment to breathe. A lot has been said and tempers are running high. Let's take care to speak respectfully and consider what everyone says and make up our own minds about it. I see just one more speaker.
My name is We Haven't Thought About What We Should Be. All kinds of things about unicorns from a human perspective.
Oh.
I see we have one more person.
Happy bird.
same laws. No one is special that they can ignoring our laws. Unicorns should be required to stop at stop signs like everybody else.
Here, here.
Good point, good point. Thank you. Unicorns somewhere. Oh my goodness, 3 unicorns. You are aware of what we're discussing today? I'm using stop signs.
With all due respect, Chair, just one of us isn't enough. That's tokenism. And it's such a burden being expected to speak for your whole species. None of us can speak for everyone else. We speak for ourselves. We all deserve to speak. Yes?
Yes.
Gosh, this equality and equity business is a lot of work because people are used to having all the power. But I suppose you are right. Carry on.
I'm tired of standing. I use the roads to expand, so I want to respect stop signs. I deserve it. Why shouldn't I stop for it? And if humans are so mesmerized by beauty, if just the sight of you to lose your mind and find another mind.
Is there one final comment?
My name is getting out of my comfort sensitivity class, especially for all of us, and especially those who are most impacted by the decision. I am going to vote against.
To vote. Today, we are all part of this democratic, beloved community, all in favor of unicorns not being. Aye. All against unicorns not being disallowed to obey stop signs. Say the nays have it. The motion fails. Children out to go join their activities.
From you I receive.
Thank you.
I give to this sweet.
Now, from unicorns, congregation, we often take time, whichever term is more comfortable for your spiritual journey, to center ourselves, to ground ourselves as we do. And sometimes we do that with 3 deep breaths before the prayer begins. So I would invite you to join with me as you are willing and able to take 3 deep breaths to prepare ourselves for this moment. This prayer is called Love Still by Faith Leonard. At the center is love. Love that bends the arc of anger so that it does not break us. Love that holds grief to hurry. Spare in the face and says, you may sit with me, you will not decide who I become. We name the fire in our chests, the rage that comes when shots ring out, when uniforms sworn to protect become symbols of fear, when a nation. Anger is not the enemy. Anger is love's alarm bell. We attune when we choose to build with it. Grieve, not quietly, not neatly. Grief is love with nowhere to go, so we give it somewhere. Candles, names, the refusal to forget. And when despair whispers that nothing will change, that cruelty is winning, that the universe is cold, we answer with interdependence. Your life is bound to mine. No one is disposable. No one suffers alone unless we abandon them. We answer with equity. Justice is not abstract. It is breath protected, bodies safe, dignity made real. We answer broken can become different, not by denial, but by courage and repair. Pluralism. There is more than one way to be human, and every way deserves space to live. We answer with generosity. We will keep giving ourselves even when we answer with justice. Love is not enter into a time of silence. Here. First affiliated community minister who passed on July 10th. In a time when our country, we choose to be the immune response, not destroying, but healing. This is how we can carry anger without becoming it. This is how we honor grief without drowning. This is how we journey through despair and still extend our hands. Love, not as a feeling, but as a practice. Still. Let us hush, number 1040 in your hymnals.
Our reading this morning is by Matthew. Difficult for ourselves, for each of us to be on a path. It may get bumpy. This ends the reading.
Thank you, Charlotte. I was kind of imagining that music could be the back standing at the polls in a long line. Because we are talking about actually very serious things today. But first, the unicorns and democracy have a few things in common. Unicorns and democracy depend on our collective beliefs to exist. Unicorns exist because of our ability to imagine them. They exist in a shared, fantastical world of our creation. Democracy also exists because democracy doesn't work unless enough people believe in it, to it. Democracy imagined over and over and over again. Democracy is a process, it's an action, it's a system. It's not just something that is. It has to be believed in. Unicorns and democracy are invoked to lend legitimacy. Products are called unicorns, right? To make them worth whatever you invest in them. And the term democracy is also to look legitimate when they actually aren't. And there are many, like Russia, Afghanistan, Cambodia, Egypt, and until just a few months ago, democracies. They have elections regularly, but the same people stay in power because the system is created to keep them in power no matter what the people want. And that is not democracy. Unicorns from different cultures and time periods have different characteristics. Today's unicorns are often Disney happy-go-lucky sweet ponies. In other times, they were fierce, dangerous even. They could destroy, they could heal you. There's also no pure democracy. There are different forms, each with their own ideal that is created, its individual freedom. And there's the ideal, and then there's what actually happens, because no democracy fully lives its ideal. Democracy, as we learned this morning, is messy, right? Look at the messiness in our mock congregational meeting today. Democracy is unpredictable. There are always winners and losers, and there are the rejected. And there are always compromises. Democracy depends on compromises to be able to work things through, which means there are rarely perfect solutions. And the question is always, is this compromise the right thing to do, or is it taking a step too far? And that's sometimes equality. These ideals have a deep them, as if they reveal a path to fulfillment and the relationship between them. And in a faith that like ours, that sees the spark of divine in every person, that sees no division between the divine and the human, the ideal is the relationships we have between us. That's the vehicle for achieving our ideals. And that's where we strive about relationships. Government should be just that we yearn for, that deeper manifestation of a love that is bigger than us. So to use the Garden of Eden, disobeying his God, human time, trying to get back into that damn garden, all right? And democracy is one of those attempts to get back into that in our imaginations. So the question isn't ever, is this a pure democracy? The real question is our system democratic enough? Is power shared enough? Do our votes count enough? Is the system fair? Are we closer to the Garden of Eden or further away? And ultimately, this is the overarching truth about democracy. And what I've already said is that the core value of democracy is love. Not some hallmark love, but a deeper love of each other. Ordained by a higher power. As is the democracy, everyone is supposed. Equality is the moral foundation of democracy. One vote is one vote. And it's all of us together who, through this bigger love, determine who leads us. One of the reasons that so many of us are anxious and angry and frustrating now is because the ideal, the rightness, the Garden of Eden as we understand it, feels like it's getting farther and farther. There's more destruction of lives, ending lives, tearing apart some of our families, free speech, throwing some of us off voter rolls, health insurance and food stamps, denying some of us the health care we need, making it harder to get housing and food on the table, undoing the man who worked so hard to put into law here in Missouri, gone within months of the Missouri voters overwhelmingly saying, yes, we want this for our people. We have our governments taking money from us. And so we come to places like this congregation because we don't want to be consumed by the frustration and the anxiety and the anger. We don't want to be hopeless, don't want to become what we are angry about. We want to be the love that chooses to become what it is fighting. So democracy is an act of love, simple as that, which means that when we speak our mind, we listen to each other, when we seek out the perspectives of those who are struggling the most in our system and vote not just for who, but who will serve those who are most vulnerable. When we cast our vote that way, that is love. To get us a little closer to the Garden of Eden, and ultimate rightness, where everyone counts and where we take care of each other. That's democracy. So this morning, I want to carry this understanding of democracy as a deep act of love and look close to issues that are at stake in the August election. Because partisan, but we can advocate for issues. And there are some seriously large issues on our ballots. And I want to talk about 3 of them. Amendment 1, Amendment 4, in light of our prayer today, which resists a love that refuses to become what it is fighting. So Amendment 1. Missouri is unique because we have funding through taxation for state parks and soil and water conservation for Missouri farmers mandated in our Constitution. Parks, soil and water erosion in our Constitution. Our parks are incredible because they have guaranteed funding. Everyone to go because they are free. And especially now, soil and water conservation are a key aspect of sustainable farming in light of climate change. Droughts, flash flooding, and extreme heat are more frequent. Did you know the entire peach crop got wiped out? And the extremes in weather that we're experiencing. The current government, can I safely say, does not have a commitment to the environment. Change is real. So if this tax is removed, there is no doubt that significant cuts would happen to our state parks and to soil and water erosion conservation measures. Abstract, let's feel at one with the universe. Real commitment, as clear as when we put mud on our hands from the earth after a very, very heavy rain, which we've had many of part of climate change. So voting yes is one way for us to live into that commitment. Now, Amendment 4. This is a big one. Missouri citizens have the ability to amend the Constitution through a petition process. Not our Constitution. Gather enough signatures, and you can put a We legalized abortion. We increased the minimum wage. All of these are acts of love. And in response, our government, our state government, has been trying to make it harder to pass constitutional amendments from citizen petitions, right? They've tried all kinds of ways. But we have been able to pass these amendments because percentages of people in cities voted for them. Enough people in rural areas got them to a simple majority. Amendment 4 would require citizen initiatives to pass in every district in Missouri, able to extend Medicaid, get a higher minimum wage, or legalize abortion. They would have failed. So Amendment 4, their goal is to increase the power of voters so that future progressive amendments are guaranteed to fail, but to restore the abortion ban, affirming care. Now, government-sponsored amendments are not affected by Amendment 4. Government-sponsored amendments still only need a simple majority. So if in August, by a simple majority, and a simple majority were to restore the abortion ban in November, it's an initiative. Okay, that's what's at stake with Amendment 4. It's watering down our vote. So we need to vote no on Amendment 4. So we retain the ability to take care of the people in our state. We have used our constitutional power to put in place amendments so that we can love each other. It is an act who deserve to have all the health care they need. Voting no is an act of love for Amendment 4. And as Fethnia Leonard wrote in our prayer, in a time when our country feels like it is attacking our own body, we choose to be the immune response, not destroying, but healing. Voting no on Amendment 4 is to be the immune response. And that brings us to Amendment 5. Now, Amendment 5 would phase out the state income tax and replace it with increased sales taxes. There are currently limits and other services that are not taxed now. One more insidious aspect of the amendment is that to lower their taxes every time the state government raises income tax. Okay, so every time the state, without any cuts to education. So this will force local governments to cut and cut and cut the basic services we rely on, like sewer systems and roads and sidewalks, and of this in poorer communities that are already struggling because of state cuts to healthcare, education, infrastructure, and public service. We could not overstate the harm that would come to more marginalized and economically insecure people. Now, here's the biggest reason for replacing income tax with sales tax. It's because the goal of many of our government, because in many of the ideologies, that's what it's about, intentional cruelty. And we cannot do that. We cannot be silent when others are sacrificed. I mean, literally sacrificed. People will die if this amendment passes. They will. Sales matter what your salary is. When you pay income taxes, right? Supposedly. So it is a fair sales tax. But whether you make $15,000 a year, or whether you make $150,000 a year, or $1 million a year. So poor people and people on fixed incomes will end up paying than they did with the income tax. And those with more income will pay less. Now, some of us here are in this higher income category. And this is one of those times when those of us who are in that place need to vote beyond what is best for us individually and focus on the whole of us. As Fethnia Leonard wrote in our prayer, we will keep giving ourselves to hope even when it costs. Even when it costs. So voting no on Amendment 5 is an act of love because it protects our local governments and our vulnerable people in our state. So there you have it. That's what is at stake in the August 4th election. And if we lean on our Unitarian Universalist faith, a faith that centers a systemic, intentional, chosen love that honors our radical interdependence with each other and the earth, then it becomes clear. Number one, we can be a source of accurate information. These amendments are surrounded by your friends, talk to your coworkers, post on your feeds so that accurate information is more present. And if some of your neighbors and friends on the ballot, people cross lines to vote for them. That's how abortion got legalized. Enough Republicans voted for it to make it real. So talk to people. Talk and helping them deepen their own faith. 3, put signs on your lawn. I mean, really, put signs on the lawn. Do you know that there are some people who vote based on how many signs they count on the way to the on the way to the polls? Seriously. So if they see more no on Amendment 4 signs than yes on Amendment 4 signs, they're going to vote no. Signs make a difference. It's crazy, but that's how it is. So put signs on your lawn. We have no on Amendment 4 signs here for you if you want to take one home, and talk to our You the Vote folks during coffee hour to find out how to get the others. And a lot of them were in this play, so you already know who they are. 4, invite those you know and care about to vote and talk about make your own voting plan. Early voting starts tomorrow. So let us end our time with the prayer that grounded this service. Love. This is how we carry anger without becoming it. This is how we honor grief without drowning. This is how we journey through despair and still. May it be so. Amen and blessed be.
Let us extinguish our chalice and share our benediction. We extinguish the chalice, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire we carry in our hearts until we are together again.